So I decided to make another video. Um, I'm not feeling well today. I actually have a cold, cough, congestion, and I believe I have a fever. And it's been since Friday. Today is Tuesday. I didn't have much of an issue with it on Friday or Saturday. Sunday it hit me. Monday it hit me. And today I ended up leaving work early because I just couldn't take it anymore. I feel like it may be starting to feel a little better. I was told my white blood cell count's low, and they have been for probably the last 3 years or so. So, my rheumatologist has always told me, if I get sick, I'm going to get sick. And I feel like this is just a little congestion, cold, and my body's having issues fighting it because of my low white blood cell count, thanks to Sjogren's. So today, my husband and I received our new bed. I'm actually laying in it right now. We need to get a headboard still for it, but we bought split king adjustable beds. So I'm actually sitting up right now, and I could be so excited about it. My legs with the swelling and all the time, I finally talked to my husband and he let me buy a bed that I could elevate my legs up a little higher. And me being sick, it's just perfect. So I thought I'd sit here and make a video. I feel like I'm really out of breath. So a little bit more about me. I didn't have much issues with my Sjogren's in the beginning. Again, my first symptoms started in probably 1995, and I had both my kids in 99 and lost twins in 02, had my daughter in 03. And for the most part, I had great pregnancies, not too much complications. But I want to say maybe I was like in remission with Sjogren's because I didn't have many issues. But in the last probably 4 to 5 years, I'm seeing my body starting to go downhill. I actually used to be a 911 dispatcher for our local city, and I asked for a medical transfer. That was the only way to get out of working 12, 16-hour days because it was killing me. So I got a medical transfer, and I now work at our police headquarters Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day. And I love it. I love having a normal life again, feeling normal, going to bed at the same time every night, waking up at the same time. As a dispatcher, I never did that. I was a dispatcher for 10 years. I loved being a dispatcher. I love the people. I don't miss the job too much. I miss all my coworkers. They were like family. But I still communicate with a lot of them, and I can go in and see them if I ever want to. We don't work in the same facility, same area. So it's a little difficult, but we get together here and there. So, all's well. Probably the last few years, though, my health is, ever since I left being a dispatcher, because of my Sjogren's and all my dental issues, I ended up having the bottom teeth removed. Yeah, these are dentures, and I have a partial at top, 2 on this side and 1 on this side, and then this is all a denture. And I don't regret it. Actually, I'm so glad I did it. I feel a lot better since I had my teeth taken out because I was just having too many issues with them. As much money as I put into my mouth, I was done putting money into it. I finally talked to my husband into paying for dentures. After insurance and everything, the extractions and all, I spent about $4,000 of our money that we financed for a year and a half, I think it was, and we still pay on it. We have to October of this year, and we'll be done paying on it, thank goodness. But a month after I had my dentures out, I had a pulmonary embolism. I never knew what a pulmonary embolism was. I actually woke up in the middle of the night one night with extreme back pain and shoulder pain. I went to work that morning. Well, when I woke up, I took 4 ibuprofen, so I took 800 milligrams. And I went back to sleep about 5 a.m., woke up at 6 to get ready for work. And I sat there at my desk, did not move. I moved, it hurt, so I chose not to move. I didn't get up to use the restroom, didn't get up to eat, nothing. Finally, around 4 o'clock, I left work, and I texted my husband, said, hey, I'm going to run by the urgent care and get me an antibiotic. By about 4:50, I think 4:45, I arrived at the urgent care because it took forever with rush hour. My sister's a nurse, and I texted her, I recall, and I asked her, give her my symptoms. She says, well, those mimic a lot of things, but, she goes PE, and all I could think of was physical education. I'm like, so of course I Google what's PE, and I'm reading the symptoms and what it is, and I'm like, no, that's definitely not what I have. 7 o'clock, my husband's an officer. He actually was going into work that night at 7, and he said, let me get through roll call with the guys, and then he would come over and sit with me, and I tried to talk him out of it, but I couldn't. They ran the test. My sister said the D-dimer, I think is what it's called. Yeah, D-dimer was gonna comes back positive a lot, like a false positive, and it came back positive. So they had to do a CAT scan, and the CAT scan came back positive for a pulmonary embolism. And it's about 10 o'clock at night now when I'm finally realizing this and finding this out. The next day was the last day of school for my kids. My daughter was then in 5th grade, and I was missing her 5th grade clap out. I just started bawling because I was there for my sons. I wanted to be there for hers. So I felt like a terrible mom not being able to be there for her. So I called her because the girl's up late. Anyways, so I called her on her cell phone. She answered, and I just started bawling on her. And I feel so guilty for doing that to her to this day. I scared the crap out of her. But I told her, I'll see if I can get somebody to videotape it. I cried, and when I cried, it hurt. It hurt to breathe. I didn't have issues breathing at the time. Then when I started crying, it hurt. And I told my husband, I said, it's hurting to breathe and catch my breath. And I said, if I calm down, it won't hurt, but I just couldn't calm down. Well, I hung up with her, and I called my son just to give him a heads up, let him know that I had to go to a hospital. They were transporting me to a local hospital to be, I guess, admitted. So I explained to him while I'm talking to him, my ex-husband calls because my daughter told him what's going on. So then he calls to get the story straight. So I told him what was going on, and all is well. I was in the hospital for 3 days. It was not fun. I am now on Xarelto, one of the blood thinners. I was on Coumadin. Coumadin, you have to check your blood every so often to keep it monitored, kind of like if you're diabetic. That was the worst. I was going to doctors about every week, then every 2 weeks, and we just couldn't get it under control. Well, I finally asked to see a hematologist because of my blood issues. I have issues with low white blood cell count. So, if I can get a blood doctor involved, maybe that might help everything. So, I started seeing Dr. Patel at our local, I don't know, it's a center here. It's a blood hematology center / cancer center, which freaked me out when I first saw the sign on it. But I've been seeing him since October of 2015, and I actually go see him this Thursday. Today's Tuesday. I see him in 2 days to determine if he's going to take me off Xarelto or not. I have to have a CAT scan done to make sure I have no other clots right now, otherwise they're going to leave me on it. I want to go off Xarelto, yet I'm nervous to go off Xarelto. But we'll find out, I guess, in 2 days. Right now, I take my Synthroid for my Hashimoto's. I have Hashimoto's. I was diagnosed with that in September of 2014. I take Synthroid for that in the mornings. And at night, I take everything else. I take my Xarelto, and I take my Imuran for my Sjogren's. I used to take 2 Imuran pills a day, 2 in the morning and 1 at night. And then they cut it down to 1 a day. And now I'm doing it once every other day. So I have a little pill box to remind me because I never could remember when I was taking the pill or not. If I took it, yesterday, if I took it the day before, I have no memory. My memory's terrible. So I have a pill box. I take a multivitamin because my iron levels were low per the hematologist. I was getting IVs of, what are they called? They look like rust. I mean, iron. I would get iron infusions. They look like rust going into my body. I did that 4 times, and it all came back up. And he asked me to just take a multivitamin. It has a little iron in it. Maybe that'll keep it up. So I am taking a multivitamin. I take vitamin D, B6, B12, and I take a probiotic. I love this probiotic that I take. I've taken others and they've not worked. This one was Probiotic America, or America Probiotic. It's pretty pricey, but probiotics are pricey. But I have issues using the restroom. I could go 7 to 10 days without having to use the restroom. And now I go, if not every day, I go every other day. And it's awesome. It's actually working for me. I've just finished my 3rd bottle, and I'm getting ready to start my 4th bottle. It's in my pill thing. I just haven't opened up a new bottle yet, but I bought 3 bottles at once. Get a little price cut, buy more. So I buy in bulk, I guess. And I'm on my last bottle, so I'll have to buy some more here soon. But I recommend it for anybody who has issues with using the restroom, because I'm telling you, it works. I was going to use Plexus. They have a probiotic, but then I got it, and I read the bottle, and it says if you're on an anticoagulant, I hate that word, I think that's it, like a blood thinner, pretty much, or I think that's something like that. I can't take it because I'm on a blood thinner. That's just the point. So I have a bottle of Plexus. I'm going to give it to my mom. She takes it because she too has issues using the restroom. So I'm just giving, and then they sent me another bottle after I done canceled it. So I complained, got a refund. Now I have 2 bottles of Plexus probiotics, and my mom will get both those when I see her in May, since they live in Florida and she'll be up here in May. So I'll give it to my mother. I guess that's all for now. I need to go blow my nose. It's really bad. Maybe I'll get back on here in a little bit and talk some more. Have a good day.